Welcome to Coverage and Clarity with Jacques, the podcast where we break down protection, planning, and peace of mind so you can make confident decisions for the people who matter most.
Welcome to Coverage and Clarity with Jacques. This is where we take complex financial topics and make them simple, practical, and meaningful so you can make a confident decision for yourself and for the people you love. Let me start by asking you something. If something unexpectedly happened tomorrow, would your family plan truly hold up? Or will it leave them trying to figure things out while dealing with one of the most emotional moments of their lives? Because here's what I've seen over the years. Many people believe that they're protected because they have a policy or two in place. But when we take a closer look, those policies are often disconnected, outdated, or simply not enough. And that's where the real risk lies. So today, we're not just talking about life insurance. We're talking about building something bigger, a complete, coordinated financial safety net. And by the end of this conversation, you will see clearly where you stand and what steps you need to take to strengthen your foundation. Now, defining your financial safety net, let's take a moment and to see what it means to you by having a safety net. A financial safety net is not just a single product. It's not just life insurance. It's not just savings. And it's definitely not something you set up once and never revisit again. It's a system designed to protect your life, your income, your family, and everything you work so hard to build. And when life takes an unexpected turn. Think about it this way. Imagine walking across a tightrope high above the ground. Now imagine there's no net beneath you. That net is supposed to give you confidence. It gives you security. It allows you to move forward without fear. But what if the net had holes in it? What if certain sections were weak or missing entirely? Would you feel the same level of confidence? Most likely not. And that's exactly how many financial plans work today. Pieces are not in place. They're not connected. A true safety net takes 5 areas into consideration: your health, your income, your assets, your liability, and your legacy. When those areas are aligned, that's when real protection begins. Now, there are 5 pillars I want to discuss with you today. Let's walk through these pillars together so you can clearly see how each one plays a role. The first pillar, income protection. Now, your income is the engine of your entire financial life. It pays your mortgage, supports your family, it funds your goal, and it creates your future. Now, here's the question. What happens if that income stops? Not permanently, even if it's just temporarily. That's where income protection comes in. Having disability insurance will help replace a portion of your income in the event that you're unable to work due to illness or injury. Adding an emergency fund to this will give you a cushion so you're not forced to rely on credit cards or make rush financial decisions. Without income protection, everything else becomes vulnerable to both you and your family. Now, the second pillar is having life insurance. Now, let's talk about life insurance for a moment. More importantly, let's position it correctly. Life insurance is not just a policy, it's a promise. A promise that your family will be financially protected even if you're no longer able to provide for them. It replaces income, it pays off debt, it covers final expenses, and allows your family to maintain their lifestyle. Because here's the reality. When someone passes away, the emotional loss is already overwhelming. The last thing a family should have to worry about is a financial survival at this time. Pillar 3 is your health coverage. Health insurance plays a critical role because medical events are unpredictable and often expensive. Even with coverage, deductibles, co-pays, and out-of-pocket expenses can quickly add up. One serious health event can derail years of financial progress. And without proper coverage, people are often forced to dip into savings or take additional debt. Pillar 4, property and casualty coverage. This is about protecting what you've built and make it count. Your home, your vehicle, your personal belongings. These are not just assets. They represent years of hard work, discipline, and sacrifice. Proper coverage ensures that if something unexpectedly happens, you're not starting over from scratch. Pillar number 5, liability protection. This is one of the most overlooked areas in people's lives, but it can be one of the most damaging if ignored. Liability protection will safeguard you from legal and financial exposures. Whether it's an accident, an unforeseen situation, the financial consequences can be significant. When you have an umbrella policy, it will add an extra layer of protection for you and your family, above and beyond the existing coverages you may already have. And it helps ensure that what you've built will remain protected. Now, where does life insurance fit in all this? Well, let's bring this all into focus. Life insurance truly fits within the bigger picture. It's a foundation because it's a tool that could instantly create liquidity exactly when you need it most. Think about this for a moment. At the exact time a family experiences a loss, life insurance will provide the financial support that they need at that moment, immediately, without delays, without conditions, without uncertainties. It ensures that your mortgage will be paid, debts can be cleared, and daily living and expenses can continue. Instead of being reactive, it'll give your family time to grieve, to adjust, and to make thoughtful decisions. Now, if you find this advice helpful and would like to inquire more about coverage, call or text the studio at 631-594-8118. Once again, 631-594-8118. Now, here are some real life scenarios. Let's make this more tangible for you by looking at some situations. The first one, a young family. It has a household with young children, a mortgage, and a growing list of responsibilities. If one of the income earners disappears, the financial pressure that it will cause will be immediate. But with proper planning, that family can stay in their home, maintain stability, and protect their children's future. The next one we're going to look at right now is our business owner. For the business owner, the stakes are even higher. Their businesses may rely on them or a key individual. Now, without protection, the business could struggle or even fail. But with the right coverage, there's a plan in place for continuity, for transition, for stability. Now, with retirees in retirement, income is often fixed. There's less flexibility with fewer options to recover financially. Without planning, final expenses can become a burden on the loved ones. But with coverage, those responsibilities are handled and the family is protected. Now, here are the common gaps many people don't talk about. Because where most people unknowingly take risks is when their policies that they purchased years ago, but they never reviewed it. They have coverage amounts that no longer match the current income or the responsibilities. They may have multiple policies spread across different providers with no coordination. Missing protection entirely is like liability or income replacement. And here's the challenge. These gaps do not show themselves until it's too late, which is why regular reviews and proper structure are so important. Now let's coordinate our strategies. This is where everything comes together. A coordinated strategy means looking at everything in one complete picture, not in separate pieces, but one integrated plan. When you do that, you begin to see what's working, what's missing, and what needs to be adjusted. And all of this is where guidance matters. Not just someone to sell you a policy, but someone who helps you understand how everything now fits together. Because when it's clarity, there's confidence. When it's confidence, people take actions. So here's some action steps. Let's make it practical. Start with awareness. Take inventory of what you currently have. Look at your life insurance, your health coverage, your home, and your auto policies. Then ask yourself, if my income stopped tomorrow, will my family be financially secured? Next, identify any gaps you may have. Is your coverage enough? Is it up to date? Is everything working together? And finally, have a conversation. Not about buying something, but about understanding the situation clearly. In closing, let me leave you with this. This conversation is not about fear. It's about preparation and peace of mind. Because when your financial safety net is built the right way, you're not just protecting numbers on paper, you're protecting your family's stability, their future, and their ability to move forward, no matter what life brings. Now, if this message resonates with you, I invite you to take the next step. Have a conversation, get the clarity, and make sure everything you have worked for is truly protected. Now, here's what I want you to remember. Life insurance isn't about fear. It's about foresight. It's about making thoughtful decisions today that brings peace of mind tomorrow. That's what we focus on here at Coverage and Clarity with Jacques. Education, understanding, and protection you can trust. Now, if you found this message valuable, share it with someone you care about. And if you're unsure whether your current coverage truly fits your life, I'm here to help you every step of the way. Remember, I provide coverage to clients nationwide. To contact me, call or text the studio lines at 631-594-8118. Once again, that's 631-594-8118. Now, this is Coverage and Clarity with Jacques, helping you protect what matters most. Until next time, take care.